Hey, what's up, guys? It's Elizabeth, the Minister of Beauty, and I share the Bible that is business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. I am wanting to respond to a TikTok video that I saw recently, and this actually is not a recent video, but a young lady who is a licensed esthetician, but she is not a practicing esthetician at this time, due to some things that she experienced in the beauty industry that kind of pushed her out and just made her feel like, you know what, this is just not the space for me. I wanted to respond to it because, one, for those of you who are new to my platform, I am a licensed esthetician. I am a beauty business owner and operator. I am a skincare line creator, and I have been doing this for over 14 years now. And she said that the beauty industry is very toxic, and I can say that she is not lying.
You want to know why my career as an esthetician didn't work out? I'm too honest. I'm way too honest, and I'm a girl's girl. I literally worked for spas that were like, for example, there was this one 18-year-old girl. She didn't have a lot of money, and her boyfriend was treating her to a facial with me. In her consultation, she told me that she had been using dish soap on her face, and she was breaking out really bad, and she was super insecure about it, and she told me she didn't have a lot of money. My manager was trying to pressure me to sell her this $2,000 facial package that pretty much benefited anti-aging properties. I couldn't even really communicate with my manager because I'm just like, she doesn't need that. She's been washing her face with dish soap.
Okay, so you may ask, well, if the industry is so toxic, then why are you still involved in it? Here's why I wanted to do this video. I wanted to talk about this because one of the things that I stand on, not just in my business, but in life overall, is integrity. Integrity will take you a long way. Integrity will take you where money won't. And I know a lot of people say money talks and BS walks. Yeah, BS walks, but there's a lot of walking BSers that are doing a lot of malicious things, and they are getting over and they're getting by. But one of the things that my mom always said, you may get by, but you never get away. So that's why I believe in operating in integrity.
There's a way that we can solve this. And I secretly went behind my manager's back and I texted her a bunch of stuff that she could get from Target because I felt for her. I've been there. I've not had money to take care of myself before. And she was washing her face with freaking dish soap, and she couldn't afford a $2,000 package. And then when I would do eyebrows, for example, a brow tint would cost $30 each time, and then the wax would cost $20, so that's a $50-something service every 2 weeks. I'm like, here's the brand of brow tint. Just go get it yourself and do it at home, and then have me wax your eyebrows.
She spoke about working in pretty large spas that deal in sales and making sure that their team members, their service providers, their estheticians, their massage therapists, whoever, hairstylists, whoever they have working in their businesses are selling. I agree that sales are important, but sales are important as long as you are operating in integrity and you are recommending products or services that are going to be beneficial to the client. And I don't agree that it should be about the money, because it could be one of the most inexpensive products that you have to offer. For example, in my skincare line, one of the most expensive products in my skincare line is only a little over $60. The majority of the products in my skincare line are very, very affordable, but not just affordable, they actually work. You see results. As you can see, guys, I don't have on any makeup. I do have my brows filled in a bit, and I don't even have lashes on right now, which I usually do wear. But I am all about integrity, and I'm all about being a walking example. So I'm not going to wear a ton of makeup. I'm going to showcase to my clients that we are working with that the products that we're recommending and that we use in the business, I use them on myself, and my skin speaks for it. And no one has perfect skin. So that's another place that people just have to be realistic, because we all get greater in age. We all go through stress. We all have hormones. We may have hormonal breakouts. We may have breakouts due to stress. We may have breakouts due to things that we may be ingesting or placing on our skin. So we also have to take personal accountability and responsibility where those things are concerned as well. So yeah, big spas, big corporations, big companies, and even maybe some smaller businesses, in the beauty industry, they may not be operating in a space of integrity, and it may just be about sales, sales, sales. And you do have to question being in a space like that if that's not a place that you're comfortable in being. But one of the things that I can say I pride myself on with operating in integrity and having a small beauty business empire is what I like to call it, because it may not be a large conglomerate, but I think big, so I use the word empire. We operate in integrity. We don't try to rip people off with the cost of services and products that we provide and that we offer. And we also don't want to recommend something to someone that may not need it. So someone may come in for a service and say that, I want to get the most expensive lash service that you have to offer. If they're not a good candidate for it, we would recommend something that may be less expensive. Someone may feel that they want to get microblading, which we do not offer, but they may have been told that microblading is more beneficial for them, and we may let them know, look, your brows are actually really good if you just take care of what you have. So if you allow us to shape them, tint them, and that is much less expensive than microblading, that's where we operate in integrity. And a lot of people have been very, very satisfied, pleased, and grateful that we have operated in integrity in our business, so that we're not here just to offer the most expensive service for the sake of making the most money. So yeah, there are some big businesses that are all about the bottom line, but I can also attest to the fact, as a business owner, I have dealt with employees who do not operate in integrity and who are very toxic, who steal, who have sabotaged, who have decided that, you know what, I want to have my own business too, but they don't go out there and work for it and build and grow and take the time to cultivate it, just as I have done to get to the place where I am. They decide that they would want to come into my business and underhandedly steal from my business in order to create their own. And that never works out in the end. So again, you may get by, but you never get away with things like that. But employees, sometimes they come and go, and then sometimes you really find those diamonds in the rough. I can say that I've been blessed with team members over the years who have had integrity, some of which who still work in my business over 10 years later. So I can say that that is definitely a testament, not just to the amount of money that they have been able to make working in my business, but also because they feel comfortable. They are able to work in the space that I provide and offer for the clients to come in to get their services done, where they don't feel the pressure to sell. They don't feel the pressure to get those numbers up and do anything for the sake of the business making more money. Because yeah, money is great, but integrity is beautiful. And integrity, again, will take you places where money just can't. So yeah, in the beauty industry, you have a lot of competition. Competition can be very cutthroat. Some people may feel as if they have this pressure to compete and this pressure to compare themselves to what other people are doing in the industry. But if you are walking your walk and talking your talk the way that you were created, as I believe, to serve those that you were destined to serve, and just operate and walk in integrity, it can make a very toxic situation and a very toxic industry beautiful. So yes, there definitely are toxic businesses and there are toxic people and businesses in this industry, but when you are able to find those spaces, or like I did, create a space where you can operate in integrity, then it makes the entire situation beautiful. For example, we know that banking, it's a necessity, but there are a lot of places that do not operate in integrity, and there are salespeople in the banking industry where they have the pressures to sell a certain number of loans, different types of accounts. Maybe they have a certain quota that they have to reach before the end of the month on how many people that they're going to get signed up for these products or services that people may not even really need. Unfortunately, toxicity is everywhere because we live in a toxic world. So you have to find what works for you. And if it's, say, for example, the beauty industry, and you desire to continue to stay in the beauty industry, unlike this young lady who decided to go elsewhere and I believe she has become a flight attendant. The airline industry is very, very toxic. And I couldn't imagine being a flight attendant having to deal with disgruntled people in the air, people not wanting to wear masks if it's required, people not wanting to put their seatbelts on, just people being rude or nasty or whatever the case may be. You know, we have to find the spaces that work for us. Apparently that's something that works for her, and I'm very happy for her. But I will say that myself, being someone who used to be in the legal field, some people love the legal field. For me, it was very toxic, so I decided to get out of it. I was in the legal field for many years, and I was a legal assistant for 12 years when I decided to transition out of the legal field into the wellness and beauty industry. And I have been in this industry now for as long as I have been, and I'm really grateful for the opportunities that I have had and the experiences that I've had, the good and the bad, because I've learned from all of them. So again, I'm not here to disagree with anything that she said. I just wanted to add another spin on it because it's easy to point out the negatives in a situation, and other people can chime in to share their negative situations and experiences as well. But it's also important to point out the good things about something, because we who are in this life, we have to find the good in everything that we are doing in order to continue to move forward. And if it had not been for that, I would not be able to sit here and say that I have been in this industry now and owning my own business now for 14 years, by being in the wellness and beauty industry since 2006. So it's definitely been a wonderful experience for me overall. And even the experiences that were not my favorites, that did not feel good, that did not look good, I'm learning from them. I've learned from them, and I've grown from them, because like I often say in life, I don't lose, I learn. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I am Elizabeth, the Minister of Beauty, and I share the Bible. That's business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. So until the next time, I hope and pray you all have an amazingly blessed and beautiful day.